Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fix the World podcast. My name's Sam Avery, and I am here with my friend Katie Tracey.
Hello.
Do you prefer Katie or Kate?
Kate.
Kate, okay.
But Katie Tracey flows better than Kate Tracey.
Kate Tracey sounds a bit like Dick Tracy, which gives it like an edge, I think. But I like the way I said with my friend Katie Tracey and then sort of said your name a bit wrong. With my good friend Jane. It's Kate. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice to see you.
You too.
What have you been up to?
I have not much. I've been counting down. I made myself an advent calendar for the pubs opening so you could go indoors.
Oh, great. So
Yeah.
what's behind the doors?
Just little pictures of pints. And little outfit ideas, because when you go and sit in a pub beer garden in the freezing cold, it absolutely wrecks your aesthetic of what to wear on a night out.
Yeah, I've done it. Like we went to a beer garden the other week, and I actually put like pajamas on underneath my jeans because it was freezing. And I mean, it made my legs look quite muscly, to be honest. But yeah, you got to really think ahead.
Don't you have long johns?
I don't have long johns. Weirdly enough,
you're not a long john household.
I mean, I know I look like I own many pairs of long johns, but I don't have a pipe either.
We are a long john household.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Where do yours have the zips?
My washing line looks like I have miners from the frontier living in our house. I don't wear them now.
No,
they do. When it's cold for work.
They're comfy though, aren't they?
I mean, they seem comfy.
Yeah.
They're cheap as well.
Do they have the little flaps on the back still?
No, because I think in those days it was when it was an all-in-one. So rather than like whip it all off to have a shirt, they just undone the flap.
Undone the back door to get access to your back door. Yeah.
But as with anything, time moves on and inventions get better.
Even long johns. I've got Wi-Fi nowadays. That's how.
I mean, the point of wearing long johns is that you're in a really cold climate. So the last thing you want to do if you need a poo in the middle of the Antarctic is get completely naked to have one.
That'd be horrible, that, wouldn't it?
Oh, imagine.
It'd be so tempting to just poo in your pants because it'd just keep you warm, wouldn't it? But like, I don't understand anyone who puts themselves through like completely ridiculously like extreme temperatures. Why would you do that?
Like them idiots who go on. I call it DIY. SAS.
Yeah.
You know where they do the recruitment process for the SAS. What's that program called?
Oh, is it?
Who dares? Who dares wins?
Who dares win? I've never seen that. Is it like an X Factor for the army?
It's like the actual recruitment process for the SAS with ex-SAS soldiers who are like pantomime villains, all fit by the way.
Yeah.
And then these people who just want to achieve, like, I want to achieve it. I just want to do it. And then you think, why?
Why?
What are you getting out of it?
Those people who say on those shows, whatever it is they're trying to do, whether it's music or comedy or the army, and the only reason is that they want to do it.
Yeah.
Like
Claire from Reading, receptionist. I just want to prove to myself I can stick to something. Well, don't go in on DIY SAS and try and do like the actual recruitment. Do Lent, give up chocolate. See how you get on with sticking to that first.
Yeah.
Don't set targets too high for yourself, Claire.
Or just have a weekend off the wine, Claire. Just stay off the wine. You know.
I think I'd rather do the SAS recruitment with me.
So how many days have you got left on your advent calendar?
Today's the day,
isn't it? It's where we are. Yeah. So the pub's open now. I've stopped listening to the news and watching the news. I don't know what's going on.
News.
So is
pubs are open.
The pubs are open, right? Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Surely, so people can go inside now,
People
can they?
actually go inside pubs.
Okay, so that's an exciting progression, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really. I don't know if I'll go back.
I was thinking today though. Imagine like 10 years ago reading something about a country who told its population they couldn't hug. You'd be like, oh, that sounds like something George Orwell wrote.
Yeah.
I've hugged loads of people, by the way, up to now. I have friends, family who wanted to be. I don't hug people who don't want me to hug them, but I never did prior to COVID.
I've actually quite enjoyed the barrier that it's put up because I like hugging friends and family, but you know when you don't know what stage of intimacy you're at with someone. In fact, I remember chatting to someone. I was shaking hands with everyone, and it was like a business situation. It was like I was doing some kind of corporate work for this business, and I shook hands with everyone. And as I stepped towards the boss, I sort of tripped a little bit, corrected myself, and she thought I was going for a peck on the cheek. So she pecked me on the cheek, And after that, every time I saw like that business, I'd shake everyone's hand except her. She'd peck me on the cheek, and that was just because I tripped.
Have you ever done that thing where like it's someone you know, but like you don't like your wife's auntie or whatever, and as you go to give them a kiss, you both misjudge which direction you're going and accidentally kiss on the lips.
Oh my God! And like it.
Or if you kiss someone and they have wet lip.
Oh yeah, it's like soggy.
Martin Clunes has got wet lip. I know.
Has he?
I can tell by looking at him. And that man off ITV Racing, Ed, he has wet lip.
Wet Lip. Wet Lip's second album is a really good record. If you get a chance, just go back to it. It's like not like the new stuff, which is really
Slippery Wet Lip.
Slippery Wet Nip is the supergroup. Yeah.
So, what have you been up to, Sam?
I've just been in lockdown, like everyone else. But I suppose the last, what are we now? The last like few weeks, I've started. I feel like I'm coming out of my shell. And I feel like I've been in this like weird situation just in the house, but I feel like I'm ready to get back into society. I've got a couple of gigs booked. I've got some of me shows from last year that have been rearranged. The
one downside about re-entering society is society
itself is overrated, isn't it? Like, yeah. And also there's a lot of areas of my wardrobe that I just don't have anymore. Like I've got no pants, I've got no jeans. I've got no long johns. We've established that already.
No, I wore flip-flops for a good 12 months, solidly.
Yeah. Flip-flops with socks.
Like the man who sells sunbeds on Malaga Beach. Horrible.
He's a cracking fella. Yeah. He listens to this show. I've actually been to the off-feed several times in like joggers, bad cheap joggers, socks and flip-flops. And just gone the offie.
That's unforgivable.
Is it unforgivable?
You shouldn't be allowed. I'm quarantining you for that.
Back into society. Yeah. I should be sent to an island somewhere. But yeah, so this podcast, I mean, it's called Fix the World. We're here to kind of fix the tiny problems that the world gives us.
Not the big ones.
Not the big ones. We're going to struggle with the small ones, but hopefully we can have fun along the way.
Yeah.
The big ones, I think, are perhaps beyond us.
They are beyond us. We're only human.
We're only human.
And Switch Island traffic lights is beyond anyone's stretch.
If you're listening and you're outside of the northwest, you might not have been to Switch Island roundabout.
That's true.
It's the biggest roundabout in Western Europe.
Is it?
That's what someone told me once.
Is it a roundabout?
That's the thing. It's technically a roundabout, but it's sort of become this otherworldly, weird
Sorry,
intersection.
listeners, we don't want to fixate on a roundabout. All I will say,
it's
like asking anybody to fix the worst junction near to where you live.
Yeah, think about that junction.
We haven't got that capability, guys.
No, and I'm not sure anyone has.
No,
there's some junctions that are just unfixable. You know,
someone just has a load of ket and decided to set up the traffic lights to the tune of Fatboy Slim, one of his songs.
I'm coming up. Pass me the designs. I've got an idea. Just writing with glow stick fluid.
But we're going to try and fix some problems, aren't we?
Yeah, and perhaps create more along the way. But
we want you to tell us what problems you'd like us to fix for you.
Yeah, it sounded a bit like Jimmy Savile then, didn't it? But it's not. We're going to give out little badges. But basically,
might inappropriately touch you. We won't.
Yeah, we won't unless you want us to, and then it's not inappropriate.
Well, it's a podcast, so
it's difficult to do that. Yeah.
Wait for the live shows.
The live shows are going to be wild, guys.
Frightening.
We're gonna have a moat around the front of the stage so that people can't,
and we can't assault people.
Because when we get going, we can't
against
stop
the law,
ourselves. So, we wanted to fix like little problems, and one of the problems I wanted to fix, I suppose I've been trying to fix this my whole life, and maybe this is something that you can relate to or the listeners can relate to, but I've always wanted to fix. I suppose I've always wanted to do a job that makes me happy, which might sound a little bit hippy-dippy, because you've got to pay the bills as well. I'm always one of those people who I just want to do what I love. Yeah, but your family's starving, so let's get a bit of balance here. But for me, I'm very fortunate. Do comedy, love doing that. But there's been quite a lot of stuff in the news recently about people, how they make their living, and there's some very unusual ways that people pay the bills, isn't there? Yeah. And we wanted to look at that because the most recent example of that it's been across TV over the last week or so. There's a lady on This Morning, the TV show this morning.
Yeah.
And she pays the bills by flatulating online.
She farts on command for money.
That
I
sounds better.
I could do that. I could. I'm not even.
Would you ask people to pull your finger, or would you just go for it?
They got the dollar. I do what they ask. If they want to pull my finger, that's an extra. It's like extras.
How much does she make? Does she make a lot of money?
I don't know.
I think it was like $3,000 a month.
What kind of ghouls are paying somebody online? She could just have a little fart machine. She does the expression on her face like she's forcing one out, but it might not be
It could just be
arse.
yeah. I've got
Could be anyone's.
It could just be like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Remember it used to say on the whoopee cushion, for a real Bronx cheer.
Yeah. She could just have a big Alsatian that she gives 5 tins of chappy to every morning. And every time someone deposits on her PayPal, she just gives the dog's belly a little squeeze.
Which also sounds like a euphemism. Oh, I'd love to deposit on your PayPal. Look at that PayPal.
I know.
Fig rolls. That's what you want to eat.
If
If you're struggling.
No, they just make you shit. They
Well,
don't make. I don't think.
I'm sure there's more money in that.
I think it's more of a bit chancy. Having a few fig rolls and thinking you're just gonna fart. I wouldn't take that chance.
Fig roll roulette.
Yeah.
That's
she gets paid. I think she was making $3,000 a month.
$3,000 a month. Yeah. So I mean, I don't.
It's a good lifestyle.
It is a good lifestyle. Well, I don't know about lifestyle. It's a good living. It's not a good. It's not a good. It's not a good life for me. It's not a good lifestyle. I wouldn't want to live like that. But I've got no judgments. If someone makes the money that way, they're not hurting anyone, are they?
Imagine driving past your old geography teacher in your brand new Range Rover.
Yeah.
You thought I'd never amount to anything.
Yeah.
And then have it instead of a beep, a novelty fart sound instead of a beep.
Like a real, just Big Mac Mega
Yeah.
Blaster noise. Yeah. That'd be brilliant, that. Especially to, and I don't want to say this just for the sake of it, but to rub people's noses in it.
Yeah.
People who said you'd never amount to anything, to show them that you... Because it's quite creative to be able to make money that way.
So Fiona Wren once said, everything you see, I owe to pasta. She's like, everything you hear, I owe to very rich food.
Yeah. And a lot of fruit.
Fizzy drinks.
Oh, they're the ones, aren't they? Cherry Coke. Packet of fig rolls. Lager as well. Yeah, the next day.
Nothing worse.
So, I don't know if you've ever met anyone who makes their living out of, unusual ways.
Well,
because
I know of two. One is, I can't say which airline she worked for, but she would photograph herself in a airline uniform and in tights or stockings, and then she would sell the used tights and stockings online to people who wanted to buy used tights and stockings for whatever they wish to use them for.
Wow.
We don't know, but she was had a very lucrative little sideline, which good for her.
you can make a lot of money. And I used to try and ask my wife. It was a bit of a joke. I said, "Are you going to sell your undies online yet?" And she'd say no. I wasn't pressuring her, but we joked about it. And at some point, she found out how much these people were making, and it was like thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
And then we stopped joking about it, and it was just a serious discussion.
Well, I started to really work through the logistics of it. So I'm thinking, well, I could throw on. You could wear 3-4 pairs of tights at the same time.
Yeah.
And then just take a little walk,
Up and down the stairs.
little 1 miler in
Yeah.
damp weather, humid weather.
Inclement.
Yeah, in really the oldest trainers you've got.
Up and down the stairs. Yeah,
Come
with a
back.
hot water bottle.
Peel the tights off one by. That's like 4 pairs of tights, and you boxed off for the day. That's all the work you've got to do.
You clock off then.
Yeah.
But then, at what point does work stop and leisure begin? Because I'd be then changing into me comfy pants. I'd be thinking, actually, I might as well sell these as well.
Yeah. Eventually, you've got no clothes.
Crank the heating up.
Where's all my intimate wear gone? It's in a PO box.
I just don't think I could sell. I don't think men can sell underpants the way women can sell underpants.
I think there are some pervy women who'd buy them.
I think there are, but I think there's more weird men. I think men have just got the. Men are just pervs, aren't they? I don't mean all men, but I think the perv market is saturated by men. I don't know why or what that is, but I don't think there's a big demand for male underpants. You might tell me different.
Especially not the male underpants I see in my house.
Oh,
literally, some of them are just a waistband.
Yeah, I've got ones with no gussers.
Yeah.
And my wife says, you got to throw them out. And I'm like, yeah, but you never know when I might need them.
They're just horrendous. And I think it's because they wear away in the sweatier areas, don't they?
Yeah.
So, but there are people who buy them. You want to look into that?
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Another, not necessarily, well, it sort of is a weird way to make money if you just not this way inclined. But a friend of mine years ago, we were sat down having lunch in the place where we worked, and she said to another girl we were with, have you ever thought of, working on a phone line?
Oh, the phone lines.
Because this other lady we worked with, she had a dead sexy voice, and I can't even say it. It just was a nice, sexy voice.
Yeah.
And when she used to answer the phone, she'd go, "Hello, Cyrilla speaking. How can I?" And it was very, very. I liked it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she went, "No, I haven't thought of working on a phone." Well, she went, "No, I haven't started working on a phone." She went, "I haven't thought of working on a phone line now." And she went, "Well," she went, "what about just as a receptionist?" And she went, "I've got a job." And she went, "I know," but she went, "I work part-time in a brothel in Birkenhead."
Wow.
As a sex worker.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like we did. She went, "I don't tell people this, but it's a good little part-time gig." So I worked there like part-time as a sex worker, and our receptionists left.
Oh, right.
So we're looking for a new receptionist, and you've got a dead sexy voice. So
wow.
My other friend, I keep going to say her name and I don't want to, and she goes, like, "What are we talking about, cash like?" And she went, "It's probably about 40-50 quid a shift." And she went, "Well, where is it?" And she went, "I don't want to travel to Birkenhead," because she lived on this side. And I was like, I would travel to Birkenhead. I have absolutely no problem answering the phone in a brothel. That is absolutely fine by me.
Yeah.
Right on, you do you. And she went, "Sorry, no, your voice isn't sexy enough."
Your voice is not sexy enough for our brothel.
And
so that was almost like a quick interview for the brothel that you failed.
I know. But I've noticed in a lot of places where I work that's had a receptionist, the receptionist does have like the sexiest voice.
Yeah. Well, you can't answer the woman from Ghostbusters. "Hello, Ghostbusters. How may we help you?" That's kind of like for comic purposes, but you've got to be like, hello.
Yeah.
"Hello, welcome to Harry Ramsden's. How may I direct your call? Would you like it to be deep fried?" Are you talking like the 0898 numbers, the old?
Well, that was what she was referring to initially. I don't know. I think it was just I don't even know where we got on the subject, and I think it was just a way of segueing the fact that she worked in a brothel that needed a receptionist into the conversation with the person who we worked with who had the sexiest voice.
Should have put it on LinkedIn.
Really quite hurt, to be honest.
Well, maybe that was a road that your life didn't need to go down.
I know, but I was like, I can do accents. I can do.
What do you want me to do? I can do.
Do impressions.
I can do no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, like famous people answering the phone. What about life modelling? Would you ever do that? Would you ever consider doing that?
Never.
No.
Never. It's just too cold.
I just don't want to sit in front of people with me bum out.
No. And I was invited to a life class once. I was going on a hen do actually, and one of the activities on the hen do, which irritated me because a hen do is just about day drinking, night drinking, sunbathing, drinking.
Ladiness.
Yeah, just getting a bus tan. And one of the activities was, we're going to go and do a life class. We're going to draw a life model. And I was like...
no. Why do people do that with the stag and hen do's? They try and add a little bit of culture. That's got a time and a place, but you don't want to do that. You just want to get on the
I can think of other ways to see penis on your hen do.
Penis? Is that like plural?
It's the plural of penis.
Yeah,
Peni.
it is.
Penis. Yeah. Yeah. I could think of better ways to find if that's what you're looking for.
What expression do they pull when they're sitting there? The life model? I've never seen it. I can imagine if it was me, I'd be like accidentally making eye contact with people and then going, "Oh shit," like feeling that
I
awkward.
would think I'd be so busy holding myself in at various points in my body that people would be worried I was about to fart, to be honest. It would be like holding in a fart expression, or I don't know.
It'd be horrible to see the pictures of people the people have drawn when you finish, like, and go,
I'm in my head going, right, well, have you ever done that when you know, like, a question, something's going to, and you're like, how should I say it? What expression should I have?
Oh God, it's horrible.
Oh God, I know this is coming, so I want to.
Be like, be leaning. I'd be trying to look. End up like David Brent. I'd be kind of like leaning back with me, like, sort of cushioning my head with my hands. And then
one time I was convinced I was going to get proposed to. I was convinced, And so when I come back from the toilet, I was like, it's going to happen. And I started to like position myself on the seat. So someone's going to see a picture. It's like position myself and like in my head thinking, what's the best expression I can have? Like just like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And it didn't get proposed to. So all that prep was a waste.
But, you know, I suppose it's good to be able to like change your body shape and change your facial expressions. You never know when that's needed. But I bet you felt like a right tit.
Yeah,
when that happened.
I did. It was funny though. It made me laugh afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think I could do life modelling. I know people who make money from like, you know, doing all sorts of like strange stuff like dog walking.
I could do that. I'd love to be a dog walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love dogs so much.
I'm not a fan of dogs. And if I took dogs walking, I think other dogs would attack me.
Yeah.
I just get dead nervous. I've been bitten by loads of dogs, when I was a kid. Yeah.
Loads of dogs?
Yeah, like 9 dogs have bit me.
Oh my God.
Not all at once. Like, that sounds like something.
On separate occasions. You must be like really... Excuse me, they sense you.
I'm succulent. It's because I'm wearing all these underpants I'm trying to sell on the internet. And I just stink. I stink like raw meat.
You smell tasty.
Yeah, I got bitten by 2 dogs. Ripe? He's got a ripe hiney. Hiney? Who says hiney?
9 dogs.
9 dogs. 2 dogs at once, which is technically a threesome in my book.
I just feel like what's the common denominator? It's not the dog, it's you.
It's me.
Yeah.
Once was in France, and I was with my friend, and we were running across the beach, and this dog was running after both of us and just looked at him, looked at me, and again, succulent.
Went for you.
Went for me. Bit
you should
me.
be flattered.
I had to have a rabies jab.
Did you?
Because this dog was just wild on its own, so that kind of ruined it. And then I had to drop me keks in front of like the whole school like trip while this female teacher applied ointment on my arse.
Why did you do that in front of the whole school?
I don't know. It was just funny, wasn't it? I mean, it's funny. I'm saying it's funny. You notice I'm not laughing or smiling as I'm talking about this. It's still quite painful, even though it was about 25 years ago. And
I don't think any of us would forget.
No.
Have an ointment put on our bum by the teacher in front of the whole school.
It was horrible. And then I got taken to this French hospital, and about 4 French doctors looked at me bum, and then they charged me money. You know, they should have been paying me to look at my arse.
Yeah.
So that's
ways to make money.
That was almost like life modelling, really.
Yeah.
Although, you know, accidentally. But I mean, I've got like total respect for anyone who finds a different way to make a living, and then, you know, makes a success of that, because in the world that we're in now, there's so many different options.
Have you seen that man who he poos on video for people's stag do videos?
Oh, no.
So
No.
he's an actual person, and I can get you his name.
Get me his number.
I will. We'll publish that.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
So it's like, you know, when you ask a celebrity to do a personalised message.
Yeah.
So it's like Nigel Farage did it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nigel Farage. I wanted to wish you happy birthday. No to you or whatever. And so this guy, I think he's like from Wigan or somewhere like that, or like that part of the world, and he basically does personalised messages, and he looks like he's had a very hard life, and he's getting like, I think he gets about £150 a time. And he was like, okay, so it's your stag do, and all the lads wanted me to wish you well, and I've got a special little present for you. And next minute he just squats.
Oh.
And at this point I went, I don't
want to see this.
But like, it was horrendous
Yeah.
and disgusting. But it was memorable for them. It was
made...
classic, like, lads behaviour.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see lads do those things and you're like, oh no.
Oh God, I can't unsee this.
No, but that man is making serious cash.
Oh, I mean, again, no judgments.
Shitting on video.
Maybe a little bit of judgments, actually, thinking about it.
But all the things that we've come up with so far as alternative ways to make money have been adult-rated activities.
Yeah. It's because they're the most weird sounding, strange thing. Like, especially if someone sends you a video like that, you can't forget it, can you?
No.
And if you've not got your WhatsApp settings right, it'll then download into your folders. So, like, when you're showing your mum, like, I'm showing my mum, like, a picture of, like, you know, the kids, like, learning to crawl or something, and then this picture of this video of a guy doing a shit it comes on. Yeah, that's not it, Mum. Scroll on, keep scrolling.
Oh, that was toddler group. He's just big for his age.
Yeah. He's just struggling to, you know, he can't get nappy trained. Yeah, so we've got obviously loads of like different, you know, ways to kind of make a living. But you told me that you've got a really surefire invention that you'd like to take onto the The dragon's den. Is that alarm going off?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
which gives me flashbacks to when I have to wake up in the morning.
Oh, I know. We've got all the mod cons here.
So it's not necessarily my invention,
Okay.
but it's just making an invention better. It's sort of putting two inventions together.
Okay, well, before you tell me, why don't we actually take this to the dragons and actually, if like, I'll be one of the dragons and you can pitch it to me. Like,
Okay, so I have to like go into like a cold. Oh yeah, okay, go on.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know which dragon. I just want to.
I want you to be Tuka because he's the.
I don't know which one he is.
weirdest.
Is he the? How does he talk? Give me what accent's he got?
I'm Tuka Solomon.
Okay, is he
He's
Australian?
Like no, he's Cockney.
Oh, he's Cockney. All right, welcome to the den.
I know people in the manufacturing in the world, and I can help you. So, hi,
What the
hi,
fuck
dragons.
are you doing here?
Hi, Tuka.
What?
My name is Katie Tracey, and I'm so nervous. I'm sorry.
Spit it out, sweetheart.
Okay. For your I would like an investment of £50,000 for 5% of my company. My company
What's the idea,
is
darling?
called Nutella on Bourbon. It's sort of, I own the patent to this actual thing, not to the separate facets of the invention. So that might be a deal breaker.
Right.
But basically what I want to do is I want you also I've made you all a little bourbon with Nutella on top.
Right.
You spread it nice and thick so that when you bite the bourbon biscuit, are we saying bourbon or bourbon? What do you call them?
I say bourbon. I say bourbon. You say potato.
Do you say nice or nice biscuits?
I say nice.
Do you?
That's it. I say nice. Yeah.
Do you?
I'm sorry.
I
I've got
say nice.
broken character. I say nice.
You say nice.
I say nice. My character says.
I feel like
nice.
you're losing credibility. I feel like I don't want your
I
investment.
feel like you're losing credibility.
So you basically just spread Nutella really thick on top of
Right.
a bourbon biscuit,
Biscuit.
and then just eat it. But it's got to be thick enough to leave teeth marks in the Nutella.
How are we going to navigate the legal parameters of using two established products together?
Well, that's why I came to the dragons today. But I'm not a businesswoman.
All right.
I'm just creative. I'm just a creative person with no business knowledge, so I just need your guidance.
Oh, but I'll speak to my boys who will crack some heads together. Yeah? We're going to make biscuit history.
I don't think the Crays are dragons.
They love their mum. They love their mother. All right, I'm going to invest. I'm going to invest time and I'm going to invest some cash. But I want my name on the product.
It can be. That's fine.
What's my name again? What's his name?
Tuka.
Tuka biscuits.
Yeah, we'll call it Tuka. No, because that sounds a bit like Tuck biscuits, though, and we don't want people getting confused.
All right, let's do this off air. I'm going to invest whatever you ask for.
50 grand.
50 grand.
5% of the business.
50 large.
50 large.
For I've just gone like East End
It's like a
gangster.
Guy Ritchie film, this.
And then I'm going to cut ya.